Hello everyone, Frankie Day here. Okay fellas, this is video number 4 of my online build of the Anigrand 1/72 scale C-124 GlobeMaster. Okay fellas, today's video is going to be the concentration of installing the undercarriage and the undercarriage landing doors, and we'll probably zoom on a few more parts on this thing. This thing is just about ready for its final painting. The blades have been joined and fully primed, sanded, resanded, and primed and resanded again and smoothed out real well. I'm going to give it one more coat of primer, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a light sanding and give her a final color. It's going to be easy, fellas. There can be no day glow panels on here for high visibility colors. It's going to be all aluminum 1960 or 61 color scheme they use, the GlobeMasters. They got away from the McDermott sound and also the high visibility colors by then. They're more or less experimental colors back in the nifty 50s. But they seem to phase them out as the 1960s turn the corner of a new decade. Okay guys, without further ado, we'll go over and swing this camera around, and we'll go over here and start getting her legs on so she can sit up pretty and straight. Okay guys, here we go. Okay guys, you can see a little shaky on her back. On the belly sticking up. Nice and smooth, primed real well. As mentioned from the last video, fellas, they gave me 2 C model cowlings and 2 A model cowlings. Since this is a C model, it should have another cowling just like this. But some of the dumb clucks shorted me out of that, and it's too late. So, it is what it is, folks. And I hate to go buy such an expensive kit like this, but it's nobody knows the difference but us and me. Okay guys, I got the undercarriage all primed with the exception of the tires. Landing gear doors has been cleaned up and primed. Got the actuator struts right here. Linkage which tracks the landing gear. The landing gear oleo struts themselves got to be cleaned and glued in position. Go okay fellas. The beginning of the landing gear starts now. We'll start with the nose undercarriage. Nose undercarriage don't need to be cleaned up too bad, fellas. I was looking at it very carefully a while ago. It's pretty well cleaned. Let me zoom a little closer, fellas, so you can be able to see a little more here. There we go. So it's pretty well cleaned right here, fellas. And it goes in right like over in here. And the wheel wells will be airbrushed with interior grain once these struts have been secured to the fuselage and also the engine SLs. So that goes right there. And we're going to go ahead and give her some ACC and secure this front landing gear wire, the landing gear strut. Just hold it for a second, fellas, and she hangs in there quite well. And right here are the actuators linkage that retracts the landing gear itself, and this right here pulls the landing gear, fellas, as it retracts. So they're doing the actuator linkage, and yeah, excuse my elbow, fellas, I don't know how to. There you go. I'll zoom a little closer here. We can be able to see how she goes in. Nose wheel's been installed, secured. Got the actuator link and secured. I'm not going to glue these tires in because I got to paint them, fellas. And we're going to dry fit these tires after the struts have been added. Now, I've wave tested this airplane right here. Will Frankie Day be in air? I got a little bit too overzealous, and I thought I'd run into trouble, but all further ado, the trouble's been solved. This airplane will balance quite well on its undercarriage because it's very heavy in the front and light in the back for some reason. So what I did yesterday, I experimented by adding a temporary mount right here for the main landing gear. I put a balsa dowel here, and dowel here, and set it, and it sets real forward. So so that's one problem I don't have to worry about, because it's going to be a tail dragger if that didn't work. Well, one of the words, fellas, if you got no weights solution to put weight in this kit right here itself, you can always make yourself a pogo, because a lot of GlobeMasters unattended, especially entering the cargo or taking on cargo, they had their pogo on there. Pogos keep that thing from being tail heavy when they shift weight, because inside the cargo deck itself they got numbers right there. It tells you how much pounds goes forward, how much pounds goes in the center of gravity of the aircraft. So that was the duty of the cargo master, to make sure that all the cargo is distributed evenly to the center of gravity of this aircraft. In other words, this thing would not fly correctly, it'll stall and crash. Okay guys, we got the nose gear installed. Right now we're going to go over here and put the main undercarriage in. The main undercarriage has a little bit of flash in between the appendages of the landing strut itself. Got to be cleaned out with a nice sharp number 11 X-Acto blade. You got your shock absorber. The V-strut back here needs to be trimmed off. There's a little bit of flash, not too bad at all. Like I say, fellas, this is all, looks like to me, this is kind of like a cast of resin with wire in the middle of it to reinforce it, which is a very good idea, because I'm afraid if that wasn't possible, these struts possibly could break. If you take a good initial shock of this airplane on the ground, like hitting something on it, or you bump it or something real bad, you can probably bust off these axles. These are my really main concerns. I just hope it don't come to that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get the undercarriage secure. And it fits right in here, because you got these half rounded slots right here. You got to make sure that the Zolio strut has about a 3% forward list going towards the nuts as it retracts. As you see, he hasn't grabbed the hold yet. There we go. About like that's perfect. Got to make sure that the other one's like that too, fellas. Let that dry. Then we'll go ahead and add the retracting actuators, linkage for the main undercarriage. Beautiful. Skewered like the way I want it. Put a little ACC glue right here. Got the main actuator retracting linkage installed, that one. Well, we'll come back over here to the left undercarriage. See, this thing's easy cleaning. Yeah, a little cleaning right here. Nice, good, sharp, clean X-Acto blade, number 11 blade. We'll get rid of that in a hurry. Without fuss, without muss. Yeah. Alrighty then, fellas. We'll go ahead and get this thing secure to the wing. Launch will have legs to stand on. You gotta make sure that your V-strut, your shock absorber, faces aft. Your nose landing gear, oleo strut, the shock absorber fits forward. Faces forward, not aft. Over here and sight this down. Excellent. That's about the way I want it, fellas. Perfect. Let that set for a second. And we'll get the actuator linkage secured to that, and then work on landing gear doors, trim up tires, and dry fit them to the axles. And incidentally, fellas, it's going to be a short video because it's going to be pretty much downhill slide from here. Once I get the undercarriage installed, and I'm going to start working on the propellers next. Get them ready. I won't remove the tissue in front of these cowlings until after this thing is painted. Come back here and check that carriage. It's pretty well secure. I'm going to go back and give it another coat of the ACC fellas anyway, just the same. There you go. Go back and get this little coat of ACC in here. Make sure it's pretty well secure. Because we sure shoot don't want these things to fall off. Yeah, she's pretty old shaky, she's pretty smooth, fellas. Well, there you go, fellas. I got the undercarriage all on there. And I'll tell you how they flipped up this kit, guys. You ain't gonna believe this. Seeing is believing, they always say. I think what they did, I must have bought a sample kit. I bought that off eBay. They gave you extra tires, which they weren't. They gave you enough tires there for another GlobeMaster. I have their model kit, vacuum for them. These are going to go in that kit. These tires here, I'll put my spare parts box over here where my wheels and tires and props are at. That goes in the spare parts box, fellas. And that's where it's going to be. That's where it's going to go. And that's where I'm going to put it at. And so when I get that GlobeMaster by air model one of these days, at least I got some wheels for it. Okay, guys, these wheels here need to be cleaned real bad. Again, take your 11 blade, very gingerly and gently, pop that off. Give it a good sanding right here. Yeah, whoever gets the next GlobeMaster by Anigrand is going to be very, very dissatisfied. They find out they don't have no wheels, that kit of theirs. And if I have the same kit I have right here, with a mixture of A model, C model engine nacelles. So like I say, fellas, when you're dealing with eBay, you just got to watch what you're doing. You got to have a trained eye and a lot of familiarity with that kit. That's how you assure that the thing's going to be completely sealed. Most of the time, fellas, they're pretty well complete. Once in a while you run into a fluke kit like this one here. And for the cost of this thing, they should inventory it. But like the old saying, guys, it is what it is. Sand those nubs off. Sand that nub off real well. Yeah, this is about like this. There's a nose wheel. And right here, fellas, these are nose wheel doors right here. They'll be installed next. So Get a little closer with this guy so you can see a little bit more. Everything is done on the cutting board here I'll be using, fellas, so you'll be able to get a good idea how all these parts fit. Hold that place right there for a couple minutes for that glue to grab. One thing about ACC and resin, fellas, like I mentioned before, it don't take long for it to grab. Okay, got one more over here. That grab. Yeah, we'll get it in there, guys. Yeah, starting to grab now, fellas. It was a little bit too wet. Okay, same thing applies to the main undercarriage. Got to hold there for a second, fellas, but that's up to grab. Yeah. There you go, fellas. Let that set for a while and let that ACC do its job. Yeah, it's come on mighty fine, fellas. Pretty well strong, too. Like I say, fellas, my main concern right there is these axles right here. Like I say, if it takes a shock when you hit hard against something, or you bump it hard, you can snap. There's a good chance you can snap those axles off. And those are resin right there, guys. They're not wire right there. So I'm going to have second thoughts about that. So I could be very careful and exercise the fact this thing can be very fragile sitting on our legs. Because this airplane is very heavy, fellas. It's all solid resin almost. And it's going to be a weighter. Okay, guys, we'll get this cowling, get this other undercarriage door in place.